I'm Keano Smith, and this is Clutch Sports. This Sunday, let me tell you, at 6:30 p.m., the Chiefs versus the 49ers in Super Bowl 58 was a game to go down in centuries, history, decades, and even every year. The Chiefs pulled out and beat the 49ers 25-22. Me personally, before this game, I was telling everybody that this was going to be a high-scoring game. But nonetheless, neither the Chiefs or the 49ers put any points on the board in the first quarter. And this is when I knew defenses win championships. And that's exactly what came down to the finish. Patrick Mahomes was running for his life. Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead, Randy Gregory, Chase Young, the whole D-line was chasing after him like a pig is running away from a fox. Patrick Mahomes was 34 of 46 on the night. Now, if you watch this game, you would not think this is the case. As many 4-and-outs as they went through, I can't imagine what was going on. 333 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Obviously, these are Patrick Mahomes numbers, but I expected him to get way more touchdowns than he did. And even then, I think somebody said he threw his first interception in his whole postseason career. What numbers? But let me tell you, when Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs, led by Andy Reid, has 9 carries for 66 yards and is the leading rusher for the whole team, I don't know what to tell you. All I can do is sit back, sip my tea, and just rethink life at that point. Travis Kelce was shut out. I think he only had 1 reception the whole first half, but he came with a vengeance the second half. Let me tell you. 93 yards on the night. However, he did not get any touchdowns. He still got a good couple of first downs. And he made an impression on Taylor Swift. But side note, let's just talk about that for a minute. Taylor Swift was shown in the game, obviously. But do not, and I repeat, do not throw shade on Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce because they are not the ones with the cameras. They are just the celebrities. And the people that are with the cameras are doing what they're supposed to do, to show the celebrities. Taylor Swift wasn't bothering nobody. Absolutely nobody. So I don't want to hear nobody else say, oh, Taylor Swift sucks and this, that, and the third. Y'all are just haters because they are in a good relationship. Next thing I want to say is Mecole Hardman, who was on the Jets previously this year, probably one of the worst football teams in the NFL, said that he was playing the 49ers in the Super Bowl. And that's exactly what he did. Mecole Hardman won the game with his final touchdown, or his only touchdown, being late in overtime. And overtime was terrible. I was dripping in sweat. I was being heckled by all of my friends that the Chiefs were not going to win. But you know what they did? They came out with the W. Moving on to the 49ers, Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. He was 23 of 36, 255 yards and 1 touchdown. And Cam Newton was right. He is a general manager. He did not ball out because you know what? If he did ball out, he would be a game changer and make game-changing throws. That ain't what he did. He just threw the ball to his receivers. If I had Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, and Christian McCaffrey, I'd be sickening too. But Christian McCaffrey is the number 1 best player on the 49ers. I would say that in my heart of hearts. 22 carries for 80 yards and 8 receptions for 80 yards, making him the first NFL player to record this in a Super Bowl. He was absolutely unstoppable. But I will say Kyle Shanahan should have utilized Christian McCaffrey a lot more than he did because the Chiefs could not stop him on the ground. Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel had 2 very depressing performances, as I would say. With Brandon Ayuk having 3 receptions for 49 yards and no touchdowns, and Deebo Samuel having 3 receptions for 33 yards, all the haters that said the Chiefs weren't going to win, I ain't heard a single one of them since. They did nothing but what Drewski said, standing on business. Even George Kittle, the best the best tight end in the NFL only had 2 receptions for 4 yards. And I'm not talking double fours, only 4 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that just means these 3 players did not come to play. They were too invested into the glamorous lifestyle, the boom boxes they usually come out with before the game, maybe even pre-game shows. They were talking all that junk. And then they had the nerve to say they didn't know about overtime rules. If I'm getting paid millions of dollars, you best believe I'm training, I'm reading, and I'm doing whatever to win that game. Right? But anyway, that's a wrap for this week's sport news. To stay up to date, make sure to check out my show every week to stay tuned into your favorite sports teams. I'm Keano Smith, and this is Clutch Sports.
All right, let's get it.